20 yards to go.
At the Tigard 25-yard line, 7:42 left here in the first half of play. The Oles had a big drive to come back. Now they'd like to capitalize. Pass out into the flat. That's Peterson at the 15, the 10. He's going to be close to, he's going to pick up close to the yardage that he lost, and then some more. He did quite a bit more, down at about the 11-yard line, and it'll be a 14-yard pickup. So 10 off the penalty, 4 more. It'll be second down and a great pass by DeMuniz.
Well, Tigard put 5 people down at the line of scrimmage, trying to get more people into that box, as they say, to stop the run. Sprague threw the quick out pattern into the flat and got a big first down play, second and short.
And the ball off counterplay. Zach Newman inside the 10, bounces off some defenders at the 5 and down near the 3. Zach Newman, he had some big games early for the Olympians. He's part of this potent offense. He gains 7. It'll be first down and goal as Dustin Gable finally brought him down.
Well, the defensive linebackers for Tigard are all confused. That's the third time Sprague has run their little counter play. It's a double handoff, and Tigard's linebackers are having a tough time finding the ball. Here we go, wing right, first and goal.
Bring a man in motion. Newman, hand the ball off into the hands of Nelson. He's going to be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line. It'll be second and goal. And a good push up front by the Oles as Scotty picks up a couple.
Well, they just ran smash mouth ball over left tackle that time. Gave the ball to the fullback right over the left tackle, and they did a good job. They got about half the distance they needed. They have 3 more downs to get in the end zone. You don't need to do anything dangerous with the ball. Here we go. Wing to the wide receiver left and right. No wing this time.
Dropping back to Muniz. No, going to hand the ball off. Give it to Nelson into the end zone. Touchdown, Olympians. And they're within an extra point of tying this football game up.
Well, now there's the turnaround. I'll tell you, we said they needed a defensive stand. Well, they didn't only stand. They made some things happen, intercepting the football, setting the offense up in great shape, and the offense now it's come alive here as they've been unstoppable in the last 2 possessions. And here comes the extra point to tie the ball game.
On for the extra point. Southard puts it up. Oh, they say it's no good. He shanked it to the left, and the Oles are down 1. And we'll take a 30-second break. 6:32 left in the first half. Sprague has come back, but they trail it by a point. Tigard 14, Sprague 13. Second touchdown of the night short for Scotty Nelson. The extra point no good for the Oles, but they're now back in this one at 14-13. As the ball kicked again, and this one's going to go out of bounds. Jackson tried to get that ball on the hop, but it went out at about the 10, and so Tigard with excellent field position all the way out at the 35-yard line. With 6.5 minutes left here in the first half, they lead it by 1.
Well, that's something you don't want to do, just nail the ball out of bounds. Didn't get it to come down and bounce around on the turf. He wanted a little squib action, but he couldn't get it to hit. I think he was trying to aim it just at about the 20-yard line, let it bounce, but went too far. So the Tigers will have great field position at their own 35-yard line. Let's see what they come out here with offensively, as Sprague has had the answer defensively here in the last possession.
They have done well. They've had to adjust, and it looks like passing is in the air. Geske split out wide to the right side. Nope, going to hand the ball off. Brian, he is deep fried by Billy Swancut. Oh, my. He stuck him in the batter, and he dropped him for a 3-yard loss. Wow.
That was French fried and hung out to dry. I'll tell you, nobody got Swancut as he slanted from his right to the left through the gap and just nailed the running back in the backfield for 3-yard loss. Now that's hitting him right at the point of handoff.
2nd and 13 for the Tigers as they bring the play in from the sideline. Frank Geske, coach at Tigard, longtime coach at Franklin High in Portland before that for 11 years.
Twins right.
High formation again behind Weiser. 2nd and 13. Quick drop back. Flush to his right. Swancut on him. He wants to drag him down, and he does by the shoulder pads inside the 20 near the 18.
That was a coverage sack as he looked left. Could not find anybody. Looked right, and he saw nothing but the big defensive end out there with a hand up in his face. And Swancut grabs him and throws him down like a rag doll.
Yep.
So he's gotten a little worked up here in the last couple of possessions. Sprague has got fire in their belly now, and it's third down and about half a pasture to go.
3rd and 25 back at the 20-yard line. That's where they spot it, do the officials. As we approach 5 minutes left here in the first half of play. 14-13 Tigard. Weiser drops back to pass. Sprints out to his left side. Got a block. He's going to try to run it. He gets to the outside. Williamson grabs him near the 25. He did a whole lot of running. Doesn't pick up a whole lot of yards. Picks up 6, but it'll be 4th down. And Josh Jackson will drop back deep for the Olympians as Tigard will punt here.
And Sprague has got a down player back here. He cannot get up and help himself off the field by himself. Who is that?
That is Jacob Pratt.
Jacob Pratt.
Oh, and he's a big chunk of change.
He put on a rush upfield, and one of the Tigard linemen caught him as he was turning to go towards the quarterback. I don't know whether he got just the wind knocked out of him, but he's not a happy camper right now. And there's a timeout to Sprague as a couple of the Sprague staff has come on the field. They're talking it over to see if he can walk off under his own strength than he does.
Want to remind you that Dave's Pharmacy wants all local athletes to play and stay drug-free. Dave Hochhalter, the owner of Dave's Pharmacy at 1087 Wallace Road in West Salem, is a longtime backer of Salem Kaiser Athletics and a proud supporter of high school sports on KBZY with Mark and Jerry Gilman. Live and play one way, drug-free, again, that word courtesy of Dave's Pharmacy in West Salem. As Pratt comes off, you know he'll be back at 6'5" and 245, and waiting for the snap, and the ball kicked away.
High one.
And a high one, and the Ole's just let it bounce. The ball picked up by Boyd at his 40. He just picks it up at the last second and brings it around the 43-yard line. And Boyd thought he might catch him, and there is a flag down, and the Olympians want to know what the call is. There is a penalty flag down the field. This one could hurt. It is 4th and long, a clip against the Olympians.
My goodness gracious, that the ball, nobody was going to even pick it up. He must have let the coverage man for the Tiger get up the field, and he must have bounced him in the back, because that flag is thrown a good 25 yards away from anything that was happening in the play.
And this will knock it back 15 yards for the Olympians. Now, wait a minute.
Did they call this before possession? That could be.
But it still should not be a first down. It'll still be shy of the first down, but just barely. Just barely. It'll be 4th down and about 4. So that'll be the second penalty on the Olympians. That's a terrible play for the Olds. They're going to lose some field position here. I don't think the Tigers are going to go for it on 4th down deep in their own end, but been wrong before.
Well, that's a careless kind of situation. That's a coaching point. You just don't want to get near somebody backside when that ball's in the air. There's no reason for it. So this will cost the Sprague Olympians some field position. Here comes the punt.
Ryan Laswell is the punter. Boyd is back along with Jackson, and he puts a little bit of toe into it. This time it's a line shot, fielded by Boyd at the 30, at the 35, and he's out near about where he got knocked down last time. Lose about 3 yards as David Fry finally ran him down near the 40, and so the Oldies only lose about 3 yards off the 15-yard penalty. That's the good news. It's 1st down and 10 for Sprague at their own 40 with 4.5 minutes left here in the first half of play. They trail it 14-13.
Well, the last punt was a short one, and Sprague's receiving core was just watching the ball bounce. This time it hung up there, and they caught it on the run. Got a good break on the ball in return. Wing right for Sprague, 1st and 10.
Jackson, the fullback. And the ball off on the counter. Give the ball to Nelson. He bounces to the outside. He had a hole inside and didn't cut back, and he's going to get nothing as Tigard, a wave of green, runs him down. Might give him a yard, but it'll be 2nd and long. Ryan Sturman with the tackle to make that Zach Carlson for Tigard.
Now the running backs for Sprague have to get their head and shoulders upfield and look for the cutback inside as Tigard tends to over-pursue a little bit. We'll call it 2nd and 10. They got a little bit.
DeMuniz Play action, pump fake, looking long, got a man open. Chris Hill at the 30, and near the 25. There was bumping and grinding all the way down the field, and he stayed with it and brought it in, and the coach's son with a big play. And it is 1st and 10 Ole's down at the Tigard 23-yard line. A big pass, catch, and run of 34 yards.
Well, that was just a one-on-one situation. Hill was isolated out there. Good job of running his out pattern. A pump fake by DeMunez, set it up, turn up the field, and a great catch by Hill. Big first down for Sprague, wing right.
36-yard play. Hand the ball off. Jackson up the middle. He bounces inside like a pinball inside the 20, near the 19. You know, Chris Hill is the possession receiver for the Ole's. He gets big yards. That's his first catch of the playoffs, but he's been averaging 25 yards a catch, and you saw why on that play. 4 for Jackson on this play, and it's 2nd and 6.
Nothing fancy. Again, that's just a straight-ahead hand-up off over left tackle and guard, and the running back hits straight ahead and cuts for daylight. 2nd about 5 or 6.
At the 19, pitch it out to Jackson on the left side. He's got some blockers up front, cuts back down to about the 15-yard line. That's tough running to the short side of the field, and he still picks up about 4. It'll be 2nd down or 3rd down and short as the Olympian front line starting to really assert themselves up front.
Well, that's a great little toss sweep to the outside, get away from all the big guys inside. But Jackson does a great job of letting his linemen set up to get into their blocks. He's patient out there. That's what allowed him to get a couple of more yards. Officials are going to take a timeout.
And we'll take a 30-second break. 2:41 left here in the first half. Marcus Ward in motion for Sprague. Resets at the left side. Long count by Sprague. Pitch out Jackson, left side on 3rd and 3. He's got running room down the left sideline. He's got a first down and more. It'll be first down. It looks like 1st and goal for Sprague at about the 8-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play for Big Josh Jackson. Good blocking again by the Ole's.
Ward reset from a wing position into tight end, got their strength to the short side of the field, ran the toss sweep into the sideline, got some alignment out in front. Jackson that time saw the corner was wide open, so he accelerated into the turn, picked up the first down, 1st and goal. Here we go.
Counter play to the outside. Shields down to the 5, spun around near the 4-yard line. He only started the motion left, came back right, had some running room. Tim Ammett made the tackle, and it'll be 2nd and goal for the Ole's.
And that offensive line doing a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage. This time with the sweep to the wide side of the field. They got outside, then they got some nice little blocks upfield.